Welcome you on the show, Sports Update on Trust TV. Adeni Gishafe. Time to take you around the world of sport. And as we speak right now, the Super Falcons are battling against Cape Verde. Just to let you know that this particular match we need to win, because we need to give these ladies opportunity to also perform well over there in Morocco. They've been doing the business of making sure Nigerians are happy, better than Super Eagles, and they just don't want to be behind. They said they want to make sure they get to Morocco and at least win the AFCON again after dominating Africa for several years. Right now, joining us in the studio to talk sport this hour is Sunday Onuyen. Good to have you, Sunday.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's a pleasure.
Good one. Let's look at this particular match, Nigeria versus Cape Verde. It's a big one right now, taking place at MK Abiola Stadium. That's a match that Nigerians are hoping that our ladies will do well. This is the final lap. Just two matches, this one and the second leg coming up against Cape Verde, where they will be at home. But right now, our ladies against Cape Verde, expectations are high. Considering how the match is going, our ladies are at least trying to showcase that they are really one of the best when it comes to football in Africa.
Well, it's obvious from the performance right away that is ongoing, because they have done it before. They've seen what it looks like to dominate the scene in Africa football. And of course, looking at the fact that the tempo of the game is within their control and they have the spectatorship, I think it's an enjoyable thing for them. All they needed to recognize more goal and get the needed 3-point victory.
Now, if you look at Super Falcons, lately they've really showed that they can at least make us proud. All the matches they've been playing, they've showed more class compared to Eagles. I don't want to even go to Eagles at all. That's a big one now, because when you talk about Eagles, a lot of Nigerians are not happy.
I think the comparison are different, because men football, women football are not in the same pace or tempo, because the women seems to be more cautious compared to the guys. The guys are always out there giving like 100%. It's not as if the women don't play good football, but you see the synergy put into it, the risks that are involved in the men football it seems to be more exposed, or they are more prone to more injuries compared to the women, because the tempo of the women game might not be too aggressive or intense compared to the men football. But that's not a yardstick. The Super Eagles should know that they are Nigerians. They have to be patriotic. They have to be taking the bull by the horn whenever they have a national call-up.
Now,
but for the ladies, women,
yes.
I think for our ladies, they are comfortable at the moment, but they need to do more. Instead of relying on one player who did not show up in camp, or thinking at the fact that there are some allowances that are yet to be paid, or thinking at the fact that the communication or the bridge of communication is not so swift, they are not getting invitation as early as possible. No, they should just go there as patriotic Nigeria and do what they know how to do best. That's why they are professionals. And of course, looking at the fact that we that grew up in Lagos those days, you watch Samuel Okparaji, you watch football in the early 80s, you see how these guys dazzle around the field, giving their best as patriotic Nigeria. You know, the early football days, the Samson Siasa, Samuel Okparaji days, Stephen Keshi, was very enjoyable to watch. These days, it seems people seems more casual, more relaxed. They just want to do a little bit of entertainment and forget what is at stake. But I feel the Super Falcons need to do more to get what the needed victory, get what is at stake, and put it aside and know that we have qualified and we are going there to showcase our talents, and we are going to take the bull by the horn as giants of Africa, and will play the best of football in the women category in Africa, because definitely they are going to go to the World Cup again, even though they have a very fantastic record in the World Cup. They need to go and do more, even in the African terrain, win all their opponents and dominate them, and go to the World Cup again and prove to bookmakers that they have what it takes to play good football as Super Falcons.
Well, we've been talking about Super Falcons right now, playing against Cape Verde at the MK Abiola Stadium. Big match exactly going on there. Hopefully, our ladies will continue to do us proud concerning the qualifiers for 2024 AWCON that will be coming up in Morocco. We wish them the best as it actually thrive in that particular encounter there. Right now, we quickly move away from that particular story. Let's talk about MPFL. Remo Stars, they defeated Enyimba at home. It was a good one for Remo Stars. They were able to grab an away win. Surprisingly, 1-0 at Enyimba Stadium in Aba. That goal was scored by Samad Kadri, and they were able to do it well. Good one for them at that rescheduled match that actually took place in Aba. Congrats to Remo Stars. They were able to do it right now. They are standing second on the log, while Enyimba are actually trailing in fifth position. But for Remo Stars, that's a good one for them. Being able to get an away win in Aba is not an easy thing. We have a short clip for you to have a feel of what happened in Aba. Well, a big one there. Looking at that goal with Coach Vidi George holding his head. Well, Enyimba versus Remo Stars. Well, that match, a lot of people were expecting Enyimba to win, but Remo Stars shocked them.
Well, of course, most times it's expected for the host team to get the needed victory, but the most exciting part of it is the fact that, look at the fact that Finidi George, an ex-international, a renowned coach, a household name in Nigeria football, is coaching. And of course, he is expecting his side to win. The Elephant guys knows how to do it best. They've tasted the MPF finishing podium severally. They know what it means to win laurels. They've gone to the continental scene. But I'm also excited for Remo Stars, who are just coming to prove everyone wrong, that they have what it takes to match up the likes of Kano Pillars, Rivers United, and the likes of Enyimba. But for them to get that needed victory away is something that one must keep as a record. It's a tangible performance. It's an historical record. They have to just do more, because in as much as they get the needed support from their stakeholders or their patron or club owners, they also need to work together as a team. Though they are highly incentive side or highly motivated side, but for them to break into the league and they are doing well, being second in the table, getting 3 points win with a goal advantage away is a fantastic record. They just need to maintain that tempo or momentum towards the finishing line. Look at what Doma FC is doing. They have not been so known in the MPFL, but they have come so far to this level, just like Bender Insurance, who came shockingly last season and they stunned everyone. So it's actually expected. We should take away or take aside this host and win mentality. It's a game of 90 minutes. Any team that has the good technicalities and, of course, the good team chemistry and play good football should not just get the win, should also get the applause from the spectators.
Now, talking about that away wins, I think it's getting better. We've seen lately away wins from clubs. In fact, this is the second away win for Remo Star this season, and they've done well. And aside from Remo Star, we've seen Doma United also winning away. And it's happening that, before the mentality is home must win. But is it because of now that we are beginning to see our matches or games being streamed or on TV that is making referees to be cautious, or players be cautious, or what? That is making at least away win seems to be common now.
Yes, it seems to be glaring that away win is something that we are used to here in Nigeria football. But looking at the fact that some referees were being sanctioned recently by the NFF, is also an advantage for them to checkmate whatever they do, or preview their matches, or be more meticulous in doing their job. Because if you are not prudent enough as a referee, you can be influenced by the home team or the spectatorship. But aside from that, I think the match being streamed live is also an advantage to make everyone see the obvious mistakes. So referee will barely take side. So these are the rudiments, or these are the fundamentals or procedures that must be kept or keep going. Look at, before they introduced VAR, Nigeria football, Africa football, global football was not giving us the necessary 100% officiating procedures. But immediately they introduced VAR, people started taking precautions. People started looking at the fact that if I do such mistakes that are so obvious, or if I take side, they are definitely going to review it. And when they stream game live, it's very, 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 very easy for you to see your lapses. So it's better they stream more games live. It's also better they checkmate every officiating referee to see if there are match fixing and any referee taking side.
Well, we're talking about the MPFL there, where Remo Stars shocked Enyimba in Aba, and a big one for them because they got a 3-point at stake, and that has actually propelled them to be second on the log right now. And congrats to them. Match day, at least match day 5, rescheduled match between Enyimba and Remo Stars there. Now we move away from soccer. Let's go to basketball, the Duncan Slam sport of basketball, NBA to be precise. We look at the result of gameplay earlier today. Let's look at the result there, where Los Angeles Lakers, they did well against Detroit Pistons, 133 against 107. Detroit Pistons lost that game. Washington Wizards lost against Orlando Magic, 139 against 120. Extra point there. Well, good one for Orlando Magic. Toronto Raptors, they did well by winning with 112 against Phoenix Suns, who got 105. Utah Jazz scored 91, while Memphis Grizzlies, they were able to grizzle against Utah Jazz, 105 against Utah Jazz, who scored 91. And you have Philadelphia 76ers. They actually went behind an extra 10 points, 114 to 124 against New Orleans Pelicans, while Denver Nuggets of Colorado, they were able to show class with extra 10 points, 134 against Houston Rockets, who got 124 in their own game. For LA Clippers, they were able to clip the wings of Sacramento Kings. The Kings went to sleep, 117 against 131 in that result. Still having that result there. Onuyeno, you look at LA Lakers, they seem to bounce back in their game. This particular one, they lost the game before this, but now after that, they were able to win big, 133 to 107. Detroit Pistons.
Well, I think it's expected because you have LeBron James, who has been the brand of the NBA currently, somebody who every sports pundit wants to see head-to-head with Michael Jordan or compared to the late Kobe Bryant. But looking at the fact that they got the recovering win is an advantage to them. Is a boost of morale ahead of the next game, because LA Lakers have really done everything possible to see how they can take charge of the championship in NBA consistently. But you look at the fact that there are a lot of upcoming players who are doing so well for themselves. And LeBron, the league is not just about LeBron James, neither is it just about LA Lakers. So everything wants to go there and do what they know how to do best. For Phoenix Suns, they have some veteran players who have been there for a while now. For Sacramento Kings, who lost, I think they need to start checking their statistics level now, because there is a way you will lose. You will feel I lost gallantly. There is a way you can also lose and you feel you are not doing well at all. You have to check your drawing board. Well,
Denver Nuggets seems so they really want to defend it by NBA. They've been so fantastic, just the way they won it last season. Look at Denver Nuggets with the likes of Jokic and everybody in that team. They seem to be ready to do it again.
They are actually ready. They are more or less like the San Antonio Spurs that we used to know that have a team chemistry. Aside from team chemistry, a lot of things that work in basketball is patience, is the synergy of play. It's not an individual game. It's just that a lot of athletes or players in basketball just want to go head to head and take the team or take the bull by the horn or take the team in their hands and try to deliver. Kobe Bryant did that a lot of times, but he has some support for the team mates. But for Denver Nuggets, I think they still have a promising future because they are playing together like a team now, just like the days of Chicago Bulls, just like that's Michael Jordan, Dennis Rodman and co. And of course, just like the way we used to have the chemistry between Kobe Bryant and of course Shaq O'Neal in the Lakers teams. So I feel Denver Nuggets, they still have what it takes to stand a chance of retaining the championship.
Let's wait and see what will be happening there for Denver Nuggets. Really showing the class they got from Colorado, USA. They are giving you updates concerning the NBA as it went down earlier today. We move away from basketball. Let's go back to football. But this time around, it's going to be European football. We look at Europa League, the second tier of UEFA competition, where games will be on for tonight. Let's look at the fixtures in both all the games that will be coming up. Baka Topola against West Ham United. Can they win it? We look at what Topola will be doing. Freiburg, Olympiacos, Athens against Brighton. Ajax play away against Marseille. Ajax will be facing Olympic Marseille over there in France, while Sparta Prague will be playing at home in Czech Republic against Real Betis. Aris Limassol from Cyprus away to Rangers of Scotland. Atalanta in Italian Serie A will be hosting Sporting Lisbon. We have Ademola Lookman in that team called Atlanta. Sturm Graz will be at home against Rakov Sessoa. We have Liverpool against LASK of Minsk. Toulouse versus Union Saint-Gilloise. Still talking about Europa fixtures. Let's look at the remaining games that will be coming up. There, Maccabi Haifa of Israel will be playing against Reims of France. Panathinaikos from Greece will play away to Villarreal of Spain. Servette against Roma, Jose Mourinho there. Sheriff Tiraspol versus Slavia Prague. You have Akin versus Bayern Leverkusen. Our own Boniface will be playing for Bayern Leverkusen, and Karabakh of Azerbaijan will be away to Molde of Norway. Those are the games coming up in the Europa League fixtures there. Let's look at the third tier of Europa Conference League games coming up tonight. Let's look at the fixtures as we're going down. Clarksville against Slovan Bratislava, while Lille will be playing away to Olympia Ljubljana. Bredablik against Maccabi Tel Aviv. KAA Ghent, where we have our own Nigeria, that's Oban. Oban will be playing for Ghent against Zoya Luhansk. Astana versus Dinamo Zagreb of Croatia. Balkani against Victoria Plzen. While Besiktas of Turkey will play at home against Club Brugge of Belgium. Bodo Glimt will be at home against Lugano of Switzerland. We have Srijinski Monster against AZ Alkmaar of Netherlands, while Aston Villa of England will be at home against Legia Warsaw at the Villa Park. Still looking at the remaining fixtures in the Europa Conference League. Let's look at those games. Fiorentina will play at home against KRC Genk, while Ferencváros of Hungary will be away against Kukiriki, while SJK will host Aberdeen. Power Salonika from Greece are away against German team Eintracht Frankfurt. New Zealand against Fenerbahce of Turkey in that tough one. Sparta Trnava versus Ludogorets Razgrad of Bulgaria. Those are the teams coming up, matches rather, coming up with those teams that will be playing in the Europa Conference League there. Well, these big ones, those are the big matches for tonight in the second and third tier of Europa competition. Right now, before we go, we look at two stories quickly. Mo Salah departure could open door for a move for Kylian Mbappe of PSG. Let's look at this together. Sunday Onuyenu. Mo Salah, it's possible that he could be leaving for Saudi Arabia, and a lot of people are already looking at maybe Kylian Mbappe could come to Liverpool.
Well, I think it's a possibility, but the fact that a lot of people or attention is drawn towards Saudi Arabia lately because so many people just want to go there and do sports and make good money, not just going to couple of years ago, it was China. A lot of people moving to China to go play good football or do sports and make good money. And now the attention has been shifted to Saudi Arabia. It's a possibility. If he wants to go to Saudi Arabia, he can, because you have the likes of Ronaldo there. You have the likes of other notable players. Even Messi has gone there to play exhibition games. So it's a possibility. But the most glamoring part will make sense when Kylian Mbappe find himself in Liverpool.
That would be a big one. Because
perhaps he can just step into Steven Gerrard's shoes.
Let's see what will be happening concerning that particular move. We're waiting to see that deal coming to pass. Will he move to Liverpool or Real Madrid? Well, that's another story for another day. But the last one says Newcastle United wants to get striker Saho Guirassy to strengthen their attack. Guirassy has been a superlative form for Stuttgart. The Guinean player has been so fantastic. Newcastle are already looking at him. Just briefly.
Well, they should get him as soon as possible to beef up their side. Newcastle is in the Champions League. Champions League. And what they need now is more of their players who can go up there and prove what they know how to do best.
A big one for Newcastle. Let them get that player they really covet right now. Talking about those transfer gossip that we've just brought to you on the show. Sport Update. We've been with Sunday Onuyen. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure.
Yes, I'm Adeniyi Ajishafe. Sport is always business and fitness. Thanks for watching.